law. She can't even be home by herself because she's not.
What if it was your kid that got killed by a 10-year-old?
A mental capability of a 10-year-old is not allowed to stay home by themselves because they are not.
How do you know that?
Because that's the law. The law says you cannot.
I've seen some smart 10-year-olds. I've seen 10-year-olds that I'm like, I'm locking my door at night. You know? I have family members that sleep over and I go,
that's devious.
Click, and I do the knife count. Okay, all 12 knives are still there.
Yeah, that's devious. That's not smart.
Well, let me read it to you again. Wisconsin state law dictates anyone 10 years old or older accused of felony first-degree homicide must see their case first brought in adult court. By statute, a 10-year-old or older is required to at least start out the process in adult court. And that's why we're here today, according to the judge. That's what it says. And to figure out that does it stay in adult court or does it belong in juvenile court? I know, it's a heartbreaking story. Kimber?
Very touching. It's heartbreaking. I can see both sides of this. Being a teacher for 15 years, Aaron is correct that the 6-month-old should never been with 10-year-olds. That is against the law when you have a in-house daycare. You shouldn't be mixing babies with older children because things can happen. Accidents, or in this case, a lot more drastic. So there is some fault in that. Again, we don't know the history of this 10-year-old girl, what she was brought up in. To me, I'm just making the assumption, but to me it sounds like is definitely some stuff in her past because she lacks empathy for her to have been able to do that.
Yeah.
And when a child lacks empathy, and a person lacks empathy, they're dangerous. No matter what age. So there's definitely been some stuff in her past for, whether to get in trouble or not, for that to have happened. For her to go to an adult, probably not, and it probably won't stay there is going to be my guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. This story obviously broke in October-November timeframe. I just pulled up the recent report, and it looks like most likely it's going to be moving over to juvenile court. Yeah, like I said, I'm lost for words for this story here. It makes you wonder because there's common sense involved in this to the point where, as Aaron said, that the foster parents are somewhat responsible to this. When we find out some more about this, if there's another follow-up story, we'll definitely bring this up on Common Sense New Hampshire. But what a heartbreaking story! It's crazy. We have the story posted on our Facebook site. Read the story. You can actually watch the video as the girl is being brought into court. It's one of those things that you don't want to see, but unfortunately it's reality. So it is. Any final remarks? No? Yes? Maybe?
My prayers go out to the family. I mean,
wow.
Yeah, that's horrible.
True.
Wow. On both sides, what do you do in that? If you were the parent of any, either side, that's a lot.
Okay, let's move on.
We're all doom and we're like.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But this is, like I say all the time, this is the world we live in. Nothing surprises me. You can say the most asinine story just like that is. I'd be like, this is the world we live in now. And it's always filled with bad news. That's why we have to have good news.
And that's why we have the feel-good story. Speaking of the feel-good story, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have a brand new segment called The Opinion Poll. The Opinion Poll will always be posted on our Facebook site. We're also going to post it, once the Opinion Poll is posted on Facebook, we are going to make sure that it gets posted on Instagram and also Twitter page, so people can, collaborate their responses and answers and all that good stuff. We'll compile them and we'll bring them onto the show. So when we come back, we'll have the feel-good story and the Opinion Poll coming up right after this. Common Sense New Hampshire is brought to you by Perfect Entertainment. Expect the unexpected if you have a birthday coming up, a wedding, or if you just need event planning. Call Perfect Entertainment at 603-247-6470 or their main number at 603-879-9300.
If you're looking for some live music and a little fun, then Perfect Entertainment, Nashua's best for DJs and karaoke selection, is your answer. Hailed by the Nashua Telegraph, they do it all from birthday parties to weddings to corporate events. Perfect Entertainment will provide entertainment your family and friends will remember for a lifetime. For more information, visit the Perfect Entertainment page on Facebook. You could also contact them at 247-6470. That's 247-6470.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes two. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese!
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Hot Stock Tip Giver-Outer.
Mr. Hot Stock Tip Giver-Outer.
Why go to professional analysts when we can get inside information from your brother-in-law's sister's fourth cousin's stepfather?
On your mother's side.
Sure, you may know absolutely nothing, but we know even less.
Beep, beep, big old dummy.
Your motto, buy low, sell low. Get other people to buy low and sell low.
Keep hope alive.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, oh titan of the tip. Although you're always wrong, you'll always be our Mr. Right.
Mr. Hot Stock Tip Giver-Outer.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Bud Light presents Real American Heroes.
Real American heroes.
Today we salute you, Mr. Footlong Hot Dog Inventor.
Mr. Footlong Hot Dog Inventor.
When conventional wisdom said no one could make a hot dog longer than 6 inches, you dared to dream.
Dared to dream.
You knew the limitations of a regular-size hot dog bun, and you ignored them.
Can't stop me now.
You made a 10-inch wiener, and people cheered.
Oh.
But you weren't satisfied. You said, wait, I think I can still give you 2 more inches.
Gotta want it.
And so the footlong was born. So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, Mr. Hot Dog Hero, because you gave every single one of us our fondest wish, a bigger wiener.
Thank you.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
I'm Barbara Favola. I'm chair of the Arlington County Board, and I'm a breast cancer survivor. In the summer of 2008, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was detected through a mammogram. I have been cancer-free for a year. Breast cancer now is not the doom and gloom diagnosis it used to be. Over 70% of breast cancer cases are first identified by women themselves doing self-examinations. More than 90% of breast cancer patients live at least 5 years or longer. Women can take charge of their health by doing their own self-examination, and if you catch it early, your prognosis for a healthy outcome is just so much greater. I hope you hear this message, I hope you act on this message, and I hope you give yourself a long, healthy life.
Ooh. Knock me out. Naughty, naughty.
dance party in
Living
the
in
studio.
America.
I am so blessed. Common Sense New Hampshire. Our phone number is 603-217-5400. The crew is here. Mad Mike, Kimber, and the boss lady, Erin D. The voice of Common Sense New Hampshire. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Our live episode. Don't forget our speaking of live episodes, every Tuesday on Sundays on Spreaker.com. You can also listen to our shows anytime on iHeartRadio and Spotify. And you can also find us on our YouTube channel as well. So actually, I just got a message about our St. Patrick's Day show on Sunday. Which Sunday? It's March 17th.
Wait.
And
Settle
here,
down now.
look, as I'm thinking about this, I think the only place that we can probably do the show is at McGarvey's.
It's gonna be packed.
Yeah, we're not gonna fit in there, dude.
I think we have no choice because, as you know, St. Patrick's Day, we have to do 2 shifts. Party starts at like 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, and it's fucking packed in there.
It's
You're-
gonna be packed from on a Sunday.
It's gonna be so
There's gonna be
loud.
fucking lines out the fucking door, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. We're gonna have to probably do it in Manchester. Oh, I know what we can probably do. We have one of our staff members be at McGarvey's, do like the first shift, and then we can figure out an area where we can actually do the show in Manchester. Once we finish, we have it at McGarvey's and
Whatever.
do some alcoholic consumption.
Whatever
That's all.
pub we're at, it's gonna be fucking jammed up. It is on a Sunday. I mean, it's packed on the regular days, Tuesday, Wednesday. On a Sunday, fuck.
We're gonna have to figure this out, dude.
It's just gonna be.
St. Patty's Day.
We're just gonna have to lose
We're
some
gonna-
weight.
Just
We're
build
gonna-
we'll build a
we're just gonna
fence
have to
We
lose
should
some
just
weight.
do the show at McDonald's and just say, listen, we're at McGarvey's. We're live. All right, it's nice and quiet. Come on. It'll be too.
We'll have to. I know we should have the. I'm sorry, listeners. Please listen to our discussion and figuring out where we're going to do this. We need to do the show. We just need to figure where we're going to.
Why don't we have the listeners pick
promise
where we
you.
go?
Yeah.
I promise
guys
you, we
post.
will have a St. Patrick's Day show. There will be some alcoholic consumption, and hopefully we get some guest attendees for the show as well.
Yay.
Let the listeners pick where we go.
Listeners, if you
Yeah,
have an
post
idea
it.
where we can do this, we'll be more than happy to entertain the idea. So,
Yeah.
once
Where do you
again,
wanna see us?
603-217-5400 is the phone number. Thank you very much for being here, Erin. When like I said, we're back, and we are definitely going to have the feel good story, and we're also going to have our new segment called the opinion poll. But Erin has a story that's triggered, and she's pissed, and she's angered about a particular story. Erin, take it away. Let the listeners know why you are a little upset.
Okay, so here's my thought behind it. I'm very upset, honestly. I'm pissed off at New Hampshire, at this. What's the?
Is it New Hampshire? No, it's not New Hampshire.
Yes, it is. It was in New Hampshire.
Oh.
The Carter Community Building Association. So here's the story. A New Hampshire mom, her name is Jen, wanted to celebrate Valentine's with her 2 children and her boyfriend. So they headed to the local community center for a dance. The mother paid the $30 for the 2 couple tickets to the father-daughter dance at the Carter Community Building. One for her and her 7-year-old son.